So good evening, students. So now we are going to look at how do we use Makefile when we have multiple files. Okay, so we know when you go out, when you're going to work in a company or something like that, no, you're going to do a very big project. So definitely you will not put everything together in one single file. You will have multiple files. So how do we use this Makefile in the case of multiple C files? Okay, so let me first um, switch off my video, then continue. Fine. Now we have two files. You can see I have main.c, which contains the function declaration, and then the main function where I'm calling the function. Okay, but the function definition is written in another file. You can see greetfn.c. Inside this, I've written the function definition. Okay, so now I have two files. I cannot just compile and execute this main.c because this file refers to this file. So I need both the files. So I'll have to link both the files. Only then I'll be able to create a complete executable file. Okay, so now how do we create a makefile for this? So the first step, so you can see here, I'm opening a Makefile. So remember, Makefile does not have any extension. So in this Makefile, what is my final target? The executable file. Suppose I'm naming the executable file as main.prg. That's my target. Colon. How do I get this executable file? By linking these two files. Right? So main.o from main.c, greetfn.o from .c file. So this main PRG is dependent on these two files. Now, how do I get this? How do I link this and get the binary executable file? GCC, all the .o files, -o, my final executable file. Okay, this is a command, right? We normally write when we have multiple files. Okay, now the next step. Okay, but I don't have this file, right? I don't have this file. How do I get this file? When I compile greetfn.c. Now let us try to do that. So next, my target is greetfn.o. From which file I'm going to get? From this file. That's the dependency. How do I do this? GCC-C for compilation, greetfn.c. Okay, similarly, the next one, main. The next file, main.o. So how am I going to get this main.o? By compiling main.c. So GCC-C main.c. So first, I'm going to get main.o, greetfn.o, and then link them and get my main PRG. Fine. So you have written it step by step. So you'll understand this very clearly. I've created a Makefile. Now, I just run this program, Makefile by using all my programs, both my programs are in the desktop, both my files, and the Makefile is also in the desktop. So let me move to the desktop first, then type make. So when I type this command make and press enter, you can see all these commands are being executed. So you can see the commands are being executed. Now this main PRG would have been created. I can just run the file using /main PRG. You got the output. Okay, now let me try to again execute the make file. So you can see main PRG is up to date because I have not made any changes, right? After I executed the make command and no, I didn't make any changes. Now when I try to again execute the make command, it doesn't execute all the commands. What does it say? It's not necessary to execute the command because there are no changes made. Only when changes are made in the file, the command gets executed. Okay, for example, let me just delete the bracket and put it again because I just want to show that I've edited this command. Then save this file. Sorry, edited this file. Now let me save this. Fine. Now let me again execute the make file. You can see here. See, these two commands are being executed. Why? Because I made changes in main.c. Okay. So whichever target is dependent on main.c, only those commands get executed. So this target, this one is dependent on main.c. So this command gets executed. And this one is dependent on this main.o because no, this has changed. So this also. So this command gets executed. Now, if I just try to remove this, say in the greet fn.c, let me remove this brackets, then save it again. Okay, I'm just putting it again, but it just looks like I'm editing something. Now I've changed greet fn.c. So what file will execute? Whichever target is dependent on greet fn.c. So this command will execute and this command will execute. So make, you can see the two commands getting executed. So Makefile will help you to execute only the necessary commands. Just imagine you have 40, 50 files. Every time you need not execute all or you need not compile all the files. Only if you, once you compile it, only if you make any change in the file, you can compile it again. Otherwise, you need not compile, right? So you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your no, the computer's time also, right? So Makefile will organize the process and it automates the compilation process and makes it more efficient. Hope you have understood this. Have a great day.